Welcome again, Aries. It's May 2016. I'm Dadhichi from astrology.com.au with your horoscope for the month. And in the usual way that I have been in the last few months, looking at your horoscope more from a perspective of a theme, this month for all of the signs, including yours, I want to talk a little bit about how you can expand yourself, how you can actually improve on the situation as far as the planetary influences are concerned. And Jupiter is the planet most capable of giving you the opportunities in life. And for you, this is one of the better planets in the zodiac. Currently, it's just moving retrograde, so it does empower it to give you the opportunity to really successfully plan your strategies, especially in a work environment, to expand your work connections, workplace abilities and skills. We also see that it's very near to the North Node, which amplifies its ability to give you those skills and to make the right connections. So this month, especially with powerful contacts to Pluto and to Mercury, the way you think about what you're going to do, the way you plan and then execute those plans is really paramount to the success that you can expect to gain over the coming months. Now, the other important thing to note is that on the 7th, we see the important new moon taking place in your second house of finances. There we see also the connection of Venus, which has just entered into your income sector, along with Mercury, which has gone retrograde. Now, the new moon, as I've said on many occasions, has a lot to do with regenerating your interests and your ability, and also opportunity for making money. And possibly too, with Venus there, the issue may be how much you spend. You might want to take note of the fact that Mercury, in that retrograde motion up until the 22nd, may not be particularly helpful to you. In fact, you may have your heart set on or have been promised something in the way of a financial opportunity, but it may well be that you haven't crossed your T's and dotted your I's to the extent that you should. Moon is in the 11th house this month as the month commences, and it brings with it some positive energy around that new moon of the 7th. But it would appear that up until the 22nd, and it's an interesting celestial coincidence that Mercury will go direct at the same time as the full moon takes place in your 9th house of luck, opportunity, higher education and learning. So there's a bit of a connection there for you, I think, in terms of that 9th house being ruled by Jupiter, which we talked about at the outset of your reading, being in your 6th house of expansion, and also the full moon taking place there on the 22nd, along with the forward movement of Mercury. So a lot going on, a lot of planning, but then the execution of those plans taking place, I believe, later in the month after the 22nd. There are a couple of other aspects here that we should note. Venus, which is your finance ruler, being in the 2nd house in Taurus, is pretty good, but as it nears the position of the Sun, then you can expect what we call a burning up of the energies of that planet. That's why I said earlier, be careful of what you're spending your money on. Even though money could start to become a little more plentiful this month, there's every likelihood, especially around the 9th and leading up to that, the first week of the month, that Venus is not going to be functioning all that well. So the opportunities are there, but money may come in and go out just as quickly. There are nice aspects from your finance ruler, which seems to be the theme of the month, on the 11th, with a beautiful trine aspect to that retrograde Jupiter. And actually, we see, for example, the 6th house as really being a house of service. So if you want those two planets to work for you, it's not about how much you can take. It's really going to come down to how much you can give. So really look to your skills in the way you serve others. That is perfecting your work. And as I said, with the theme being expansion, improvement, self-empowerment, it seems to be that your service orientation is going to be the key this month. Venus, by the way, everything I've mentioned about the combustion of that planet, the burning up until the 9th, because Venus rules two houses in your horoscope, one which is your finances, two which is your relationships. We can expect your finances and your relationships, even your personal relationships, not just your business associations, to be very much tied in with what's happening to that planet. And so it's important for you to be clear in the way you're working with your partner, the way you're spending your money, and you must, of course, be completely transparent, or that can present some problems to you. We see Venus moves into your third house of communications, contracts on the 24th. So that seems to be nice, excepting for the fact that it will pass into that opposition phase to Mars, your ruling planet. That is the time of the month and the last part of the month where I think you could be running into some difficulties. So in that first 2 or 3 weeks, if you're able to clarify any differences of opinion or style where it comes to money, both in your business partnerships and your personal relationships, you'll be set to really, make good use of those planetary transits for the objective of getting ahead financially. Mars, your ruling planet, because it's in its retrogression, actually moves back into the 8th sign of the zodiac, which is Scorpio, on the 27th. So it feels like you're taking 1 step forward and 2 backwards. All those other factors being equal, you still have to contend with your ruling planet. And this could be that even though those opportunities are there, you may just not feel completely comfortable in yourself. Again, point of the reading today is to focus on your service orientation, your skills, how you can help others, and that's going to come back to you in full force, positively so, I would say. Do join us at astrology.com.au. As I say every month, there's lots of free stuff there, daily readings, the full contextual analysis for your yearly reading as well. And for those of you wanting a more personal reading, you can contact me here at my email address, which you'll see at the end of the video. I look forward to your company again next month. Take care. Bye for now.